What's up, grinders, and welcome to my channel, my page, whatever you are viewing this on. So today I wanted to talk about the movie The Planet of the Apes, and the reason why is because I feel like it is so relevant today, and I understand it more now than I did when I first watched it 10 years ago. Yes, it's been 10 years. So I first want to start with a couple scenes that I noticed, and I want to explain them down into detail how I see them and perceive them and how it apply to us today, okay? So with that being said, the first scene I'm going to show is going to be Caesar getting dropped off at the facility with the other apes. He was also bullied and jumped by these apes. He was also bullied by his caretaker, right? And the reason why is because they did not understand him because of how smart he was. So when you come from certain backgrounds or certain programming, right, you are trained to think a certain way, and other people may not never understand you. That does not mean to stop your grind, okay? What it means is to elevate and to show them why you are who you are and why it is beneficial for them, right? And so that is exactly what Caesar did. First he released the gorilla, and then he released Rocky. And that was to show the other apes that basically, like, you guys, it's something in it for you guys to, like, pay attention. It was actually to get their attention. So sometimes when a certain job dangles a certain wage in front of us, we kind of pay attention, but we don't pay attention to the people that's trying to show us something real, right? Well, what he did was he freed them for life, right? But they never knew it was a world outside of those gates, and until he stepped up as the alpha, and until he could get their attention so that they could see the difference in between him and them, and it was always going to be that way. So what Caesar did was he gave them the actual serum that they used to make his mother as smart as she was, and he ended up inheriting that same serum from her. So in this scene, y'all gonna see how Caesar basically started orchestrating his plan, right? He started with the cookies, and then he got their attention, and then he gave them the serum, and then he stepped up as alpha. And then what he did after that, basically he led them to freedom. And by doing that, what he was showing them was that if he stepped up himself as a leader, and then he showed them how they were leaders too, how every last one of them had a position to play, and within everybody had their position, they were able to free all of the apes, not just the ones in the facility, but they went back for the other ones that was at the laboratory that they were testing. They also went to the zoo and freed all the apes from the zoo. And then they all took off and went to the other location where Caesar used to be able to go with his dad to do outside activities, because he was not allowed to play around in the city. But in his nature, he's still an ape, right? So with that being said, the next scene that I'm going to talk about is when his dad came back to get him, and he asked him to come home, and he told him no. And the reason why he told him no is because he didn't want to leave behind the apes that he started mentoring, right? I'm saying mentoring because we're going to use regular terms. Also, at the same time, he wanted to finish what he started, right? So that was his goal. His goal was always to be in his natural habitat as well, not the one that he grew up in and not the one that he was put in, but he wanted to go back to his natural habitat. He wanted to be completely free from all of the programming, from all of the training that he had came up in. He had to literally free his mind and also theirs, and help them see their own potential and what was possible if they just stuck together. Come on, get!
That's it. stinking paw off me, you damn dirty ape!